What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Party Chat. I am Matt, and that is Ash, and that is no one. Just the two of us today, Ash.
It is.
So we'll dive into the topic in just a moment, but basically, quickly to explain to new people, Party Chat is a show where friends get together every Wednesday, and we discuss for about 10 to 15 minutes a video game related topic. It can be anything that we decide. Normally kind of just off the top of our heads, but sometimes it might be news relevant as well. If you like video game stuff, we can check out our website, thegameinitiative.com. The link to that and all our social media stuff is down below. So, Ash, this week, we're coming to the period now where there's a lot of games coming out.
Yes.
A lot of games. Now, unless you're like me with unlimited resources of finance, and by that I mean credit card and worry about it later, you have to make your decisions for your games. You can't buy every game. You don't have the time to play every game.
Well, yeah, time as well.
It's the big
it's
thing.
not just about being able to afford the games.
So how do you... What research, if any, do you do to determine the games you're going to be buying? Like, do you...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, kind of... How do you decide that you're going to buy a game?
So if we've got two games out on the same day, and I like the look of both of them initially, based on maybe what I know, what do I do in terms of that decision-making process? Okay. Well, I think a big part of it is definitely the first thing I'd want to do. I generally look at maybe a trailer and get impressions on that. Quite often I'll look at simple reviews online, but also as well speaking to friends and seeing what they've heard about it, and we chat about things here. Off camera as well. I think just sort of going through a process of deciding what style of game maybe I'm lacking or haven't played for a while as well, that can have an effect. So if I've been playing quite a few sort of shooter games, I might go for something that's a bit more, I don't know, survival horror or a car racing game, or so just to keep it fresh and different. So there's a few different things I think that I look at in terms of deciding what to get. Inevitably, the two games I'm trying to decide to buy, I will buy one of them, but it doesn't take long before I buy the other. So
how long did it take you to, when you bought Mad Max, you were like, I'm going to skip Mad Max. How long till you got Metal Gear?
A week.
So you bought it the second week of September. We are now basically at the start of October. And how much Metal Gear have you played?
None.
So that was smart.
Because I'm very
much... So basically you go through all of this process and then completely ignore it and just buy all of them anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm quite methodical when it comes to gaming. I like to, if I'm playing a game, a main game, I like to stick to that main game until I've completed the story or got where I want to get to.
You're a completionist, aren't you, very much?
Well, I am a completionist, but if I acknowledge early on that I'm not going to get the platinum trophy for whatever reason, there's something there that I just think that'll be too much work, then I'll accept that I won't complete everything in terms of trophy wise. But in terms of the story, I think it's always important to play the whole game and through the
how
story.
it was intended,
exactly.
You've got to give it, unless it's that bad.
So my plan really is to move on to Metal Gear soonish, and certainly before we get into big game season.
You got to get on that Halo now.
I know. Well, we got Uncharted Collection. I really want to play.
You've got 20 from the date of this airing. You'll have 28 days to play all 4 Halo games.
Yeah.
October 27th.
3.5.
Oh, you're halfway through one, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to play OD. I'm assuming you're not going to play ODST or Reach as well.
Correct.
You're just going to play the main.
So do you have this conundrum often?
See, when you said about doing this as a topic, it's kind of made me think about it now, and I thought, I don't actually have a process. I think I just buy games on name.
On name. Well, it showed in this week's Game of the Week show your game this week because of the name.
Yeah.
Guns, Gore, and Cannoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
It's a good name. Yeah. It's a good name. I'll have it. Buy it. Yeah. Great.
But no, I'm just thinking like the games I've ordered. I'm just thinking down my Amazon list. I've pre-ordered games. I pre-order games very early. Now, I know a lot of people don't like pre-orders because they believe, you shouldn't basically commit yourself to money till, there's proof that the publisher have actually done, or developer have done a good job.
Yeah.
But in my mind, like Amazon, it doesn't cost you any money to pre-order.
True.
And I pre-order so that I just don't forget about it, and it just arrives on release day. But yeah, I'm thinking like, I've got Rise of the Tomb Raider. It looks good, but it might not be good. We don't. No one. Well, some people know because they've obviously played it, but we've got no reviews of it yet.
Yeah,
I'm still buying it.
Well, I'm the same. I mean, it's a big title, and I think that's where there is some difference. I suppose it's less of a decision to make when it's a big title. There's a lot of people talking about the game. You almost feel, doing what we do in terms of a show about games, I always feel obliged and my duty to have to buy those big AAA titles anyway.
Yeah.
So there is some form of sort of obligation, I suppose, on me to do that. Which is probably why I end up buying every big game that comes out, even though I can't have the time to play all of them, and there's lots that I've not even opened.
I know, tell me about it. Basically, what I'm saying is I fall for the big marketing ploy that all of these publishers smoke screens that they put up. But generally, if I really wanted to find out what I thought of the game, I really enjoy reading people's previews.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly now with the beauty of the internet, Let's Plays, I think, are the best way. Like a good trailer can make bad things look good.
It can.
I can't think of a game one off the top of my head, but Man of Steel always just is something that I always remember. Like that trailer for the Man of Steel film looked incredible, and the film was just 2 hours of Superman throwing people through buildings. Like the film was boring.
You say about that, and now in terms of games, I mean, I'm very much wondering, we've got Need for Speed game coming out soon.
Yeah.
And the trailer is a very theatrical trailer. There's very little gameplay in there, but the trailer makes it look really good. It's like full on. It's got a great soundtrack on the trailer, and it's the visuals look good, but it's very theatrical. It's very fast paced. The cars look good. The graphics look good. I'm just hoping the game delivers as the trailer does, and if it does, it should be a good game. Because the trailer really sells the game. And I know that's the idea of a trailer,
Of course
we understand what the purpose is, but I think where you've got a trailer that has just got a lot of non-gameplay in there, it does make you question how good is the gameplay, because anybody can put together effectively a sort of short movie about the game, but it's the gameplay that really matters.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I don't really buy into the trailers. The only reason I watch trailers normally... I mean, trailers are cool, but the reason I watch them is for this show. It's to become knowledgeable of games that I haven't heard of. It's a very good way to find out a very brief synopsis of a game in 90 seconds.
Exactly.
That's perfect what trailers for. But in terms of me buying games, I said before I buy just on name. What I really meant by that was not Guns, Gore and Cannoli. It's basically on reputation.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult now for a brand new game to come out. And what I mean by that is, a brand new studio that
completely independent,
independent. That's when the Let's Plays come in. But everything from the AAA kind of scene now is the studios have made a game. Like, so Sucker Punch, for example, they will release a new game at some point that won't be Infamous, but I will almost certainly buy it because I have faith
that they'll deliver,
that they'll do something, because they've done Infamous, which is one of my favourite series in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So that's basically how I...
That's a good way, I think, to be able to rank the games.
But it doesn't always happen. People do make bad games sometimes. No one can be perfect every time.
Yeah.
It's a risk I take. I mean, I bought Formula 1 this year without the review embargoes were kind of not up. They were no reviews, and I wanted to buy the game. I saw it in the shop and I was like, I haven't read any reviews, but I'm going to buy it because I quite like F1. Bought the game based on that
assumption,
and found that there was basically hardly any features in the game, and it was a bit disappointing. I don't think I've played it since the first day I bought it home. So it's a waste of my money.
Yeah,
but I'd rather do it that way. It's like, because some people's opinions are also going to be, we got a lot of people on the internet that didn't like the Order 1886, but I actually really enjoyed my time with that game.
Yeah, I mean,
it was short.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of what they said, like it was very cinematic, but I quite like that merger of gameplay and.
I do. I think as long as it's not overdone, you can have a very good balance. It can work well together. But yeah, you're right. There were a lot of people, I think, dissing that game, and people do. And you're always going to have that. Opinions are always going to be different, and you do have to go on, I think, a number of resources in terms of trying to find out if the game's going to be for you. We like very different sort of games generally. I mean, you like a lot of the Telltale games, and it's not really my sort of thing. But there's other games that I like.
And then you like golf.
Well, yeah, I know.
Roy McIlroy, I meant more specifically on the sport.
but yeah, Let's Plays are obviously, I think, a very good way of doing it. Something that
the best Let's Plays.
The best Let's Plays obviously can be found on thegamerinitiative.com.
Exactly.
We also do the retro ones as well.
Yeah. Although not this week.
Not this week.
I was too busy playing with my bread instead.
I am bread. Yeah. Check it out on the website.
Yeah. Thank you, Danash. That was interesting insight into the psyche.
Into how Ashley Dye works.
He just throws money at everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. See, if Dan was here, we'd have a very different side of the story because
we would.
I feel we're a lot more impulsive than him with our purchases.
The Xbox just, it says it all for itself, really.
Well, no, that was a smart purchase. That wasn't impulsive. That's the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah, but he does, he's a bit more restraint.
Sensible.
Sensible's good.
Sensible is the right one because, I know for a fact I have at least 2 games sitting in cellophane still.
Yeah.
Under my TV. And that doesn't even count all the stuff that I've bought on the store. Like I bought the...
Yeah.
What did I buy? I think I bought Valiant Hearts because it was on sale for £3. Never played it. It's now become on PlayStation Plus. Haven't played it. Now coming on Games with Cold. Probably still won't play it. So if I just waited, I could have got it for free. And there's loads more games that I've bought.
There's a lot of impulse buys that I've got on my shelf in cellophane still. But one day we will be. One day, thanks to all you beautiful people, this will be our full-time job. So we'll be able to play all the games we want and that you want. To give you a better experience.
Exactly. So the correct answer, 13 minutes in, is you come to TGI to find out whether or not you should buy a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But for now, Ashley?
That's a wrap.
It is a wrap. I'm going to go get a chicken wrap now. Thank you.
Is Dan back next week?
Hopefully. Because you're not. I'll just do it on my end. It's fine.
It's a one-man show next week.
But yeah, thank you, Ash. As always,
Matt.
Enjoy your holiday.
Thanks, mate.
And everyone out there, we'll see you next time.